What's up YouTube, this is SightterYgO speaking, and welcome to the part 2 of my Hazy Flame deck profile. Now I'm gonna show you some battle strategies, or whatever you would like to call them. Alright, so let's say you have in hand Heretic Dragon of Tefnuit, 1 Periton, let's say a Rekindling, Fire Circle of the Fire Kings, and Foolish Burial. No. Yeah, okay, that's good. And then, since it's your turn, you draw and you pull Hazy Flame Sphinx. For example, you activate Foolish Burial just to send 1 hazy card to your graveyard. So let's, as I said before, I usually send Hippogriff to the graveyard because it's really, it cannot get special summoned with his own effect because he doesn't have any. So yeah, you have Hippogriff in your graveyard. Then your opponent, let's say I always start second because I have the deck that it's better when it starts second, so that's awesome. Then you special summon your Heretic Dragon of Tefnuit and you tribute it immediately for your Hazy Flame Periton, and since you tributed your Tefnuit, you special summon your Typhoon. And yeah, if you would have creature swap, you would summon it in attack mode, otherwise defense mode. Then you activate the Hazy Flame Periton's effect. You just send a Sphinx you have in your grave and Periton to your grave to special summon 2 more Hazy Flames. 1 Sphinx and 1 Hippogriff. I've seen people summon Cerberus. No, Cerberus can be normal summoned, so save it. Then you just activate the Sphinx effect to guess the card. So you guess, and I usually say monster, but monster or spell. So let's say monster card, and it's a monster because I made it like it's monster. You can now special summon 1 Hazy Flame from your hand or your deck on your graveyard. And Periton can only be special summoned by the effect of Hazy Flame, and this is the effect of Hazy Flame. So let's say you special summon Periton. Now you have 4 material monsters. You can now use Rekindling to play your Hippogriff. Now you have 5 materials. And you can still use your Circle of the Fire Kings to summon him back on the field. And you have a pretty lovely attack squad here, but you can just use them for Exceed. Your Hazy Flame Basalt Rise. You'll say now, but you'll have to pull these 5 cards to pull this strategy off. Yeah, you will, and probably it's a very high chance you'll get many of these cards in your first draw and make Basalt Rise, at least with 4 material monsters. I already mentioned you can use your Cerberus creature swap strategy, or your Tefnuit tributing to summon Typhoon with 0/0, and then creature swapping. There's a pretty good attack if you have, let's say, Cerberus on the field and your Sphinx in your graveyard, and you still have your Circle of the Fire Kings in your hand. That's really good because you just attack with your all-powerful Cerberus, then use Circle of the Fire Kings. To switch them, you actually destroy your Cerberus and special summon your Hazy Flame Sphinx. You search for with your Cerberus, you search for your pillar, whatever, and then just attack with your Sphinx again. Main phase 2, you use Hazy Pillar, you activate the effect of Hazy Flame Sphinx, you say monster, you draw a monster, you special summon it, you Exceed, and you get another rank 6 Exceed monster. So yeah, I can think of any other special strategy. I know those weren't very special at all, but yeah. Now I'll show you some other cards that I was thinking about to play, but I just can't find space in this deck, or maybe you guys will, so yeah. The 3 Hazy Flame Griffins, they're really good. They can be special summoned if your opponent controls a monster, let's say. Yeah, if your opponent controls a monster, You can just special summon him, but there's one condition: all of your monsters on your side of the field and in your graveyard has to be fire type monsters. So because I play Tefnuits, they're light. I don't play Griffins, but they're really awesome. You can just summon all three of them at once, even if you don't control any monsters. That's even better. You just summon all three of them if you somehow pull them. So yeah, then the big cattle drive. This is a really good and interesting card. If you control a beast warrior or winged beast type monster, draw one for each of those monster types. So basically, if you have one winged beast, one beast, and one beast warrior, you can draw one card for each. Because of Sphinx, because of Cerebrus, and because of your flying birdie. No. He is a pyro type monster. Of course, of your hippogriff, with griffin, which I don't play. But yeah, anyways, if you play these, then you play these, then you play this, and then you play the big cattle drive. So draw power. I think it's better than Pot of Duality. Don't use Pot of Duality in this card deck because it just blocks your entire deck because you cannot special summon. Then Hazy Glories. It's like Hazy Pillar, the same ability. You can summon your Hazy monsters normal without tributing, and you can substitute this card. You can send it from the field to the graveyard to choose one Hazy card in your graveyard and then just bring it back. Then Overlay Region. I actually were considering to put this card in the side deck, but I have changed my mind. Xyz Tribal Rivals. This is a very interesting card. If you somehow get Hazy Flame Vassal Tri-Suit 4 materials only, then you set this card and your opponent activates Dark Hole. You chain with Xyz Tribal Rivals, and it immediately, and all of your Xyz monsters with 2 or more material monsters gets the ability like his when it has 5, so it cannot be destroyed by card effects. So this card is good for that. I was playing this, but it kinda slowed me down, and I've even decided to go along without trap cards, so that was actually the main reason. Then Ultimate Offering. Since the first time I've seen this card played was in the Modolches, I've tried it in this deck and it was kind of awesome because you just summoned your Sphinx, your Cerebrus, your I don't know what, your Fire Dogs or whatever. You can use this card to bring one Fire Dog and get one from Rekindling, whatever. To get to Shockmaster. Many tactics can be won with Ultimate Offering. Just try them. If you won't try them, you won't know. Then Infernal Reckless Summon. Because of Limit Reverse. You use Limit Reverse to get it back. Switch it to defense mode, then Infernal Reckless Summon. So, one combination. So these are the Hazy cards that I tried. Then some random stuff. More creature swaps. Let's say 2, 3. No. You decide if you want to play more. Maybe enemy controller to switch your monster, to switch your opponent's monster to defense mode, or get control of them. Maybe mind control, but I don't have it, so yeah. Of course, I must not forget about TG Striker. It's an awesome card. You can special summon it. It has the same effect as Cyber Dragon. It's a level 2 tuner monster, and since all of your monsters are level 6, you can always get Scrap Dragon, Stardust Dragon, many level 8 monsters. But then of course you wouldn't be able to play Hazy Flame Griffin, but I don't, so you shouldn't either. Just kidding. Then maybe Neospatian Grand Maul. Even for your side deck it's awesome, because you just bounce the cards back to you and your opponent's hand. So yeah. Then One Day of Peace, extra draw power, one turn of non-battling, Then Blast with Chain. I already told you before, this card is awesome because no one expects it. The opponent's MST it or just Heavy Storm it, you activate it, equip it to a monster card. Last time I forgot, if you equip this card to a monster card, the equipped monster gets 500 attack boost, so this card is very decent. Maybe bottomless trap holes. Call of the Haunted. If you get Heavy Stormed, you can use Call of the Haunted. You just bring back your Cerberus, you get destroyed, you search for Hazy card. So yeah, draw power again. Compulsory Evacuation Device, awesome card. Solemn Judgment, maybe, and maybe Solemn Warnings, but I don't have them, so... yeah, maybe Threatening Roars. I've seen this card played in Hazy Flames, try it out. Torrential Tributes, but not good enough. Not so good. Waboku, for my opinion, better than Threatening Roar. You decide. Torrential. Did I already show you Torrential? Yeah, sorry. Dimensional Prison and maybe Finish Chain. I hope I've got you any good ideas. For the next week deck profile, I wish you guys to please make comments below. I will be doing between 3 of them: Gusto deck, 6 Samurai deck, or which was a Dark World deck. So yeah, make one of those in the comments below. If you don't want, that's fine. I'll make the decision for you. But I got a couple of requests for Hazy Flames, so I've done Hazy Flames. And when I do all 3 of those deck profiles, I will be doing one deck profile with 1 banned card in it and 1 limited card in it. It was my first deck last year. It was my Disaster Chaos Dragons. They were really awesome, and I hate Heretics for it. And Chaos Dragons to ban Future Fusion. So yeah, I'll be doing that deck profile after I do those 3. So please put in the comments below which deck profile would you like to see next. Please subscribe if you haven't done that. I will make another flash out here. I'll make it like this big to subscribe. Please like the videos if you like them. And yeah, I hope you liked my deck Hazy Flame deck profile. I really like the deck. It's pretty awesome. And for the info, it's really cheap. Many cards here are cheap, for the exception of Gaga Cowboy, but yeah. Alright, so see you next week at the next deck profile, or maybe a surprise booster opening, but no promises. Alright, and see you next week. Bye bye.